was grateful for new beginnings. I got to meet new people and started to learn new things, new concepts, new approaches, for which I had to go forth and take the lead in my parish and parish community.
Faith Leaders Gender Transformation Program is the result of a dream that some of us had for the transformation of our religious sector. So the work is about personal transformation, personal building of a knowledge base in terms of what gender-based violence is and its underlying drivers, but it's also in terms of the theology that people, without realizing, having received theological perspectives that actually create a space for gender-based violence to be condoned by the faith sector. We also focus very much on accompanying and mentoring the leaders as they bring about changes in their faith communities. That is what makes it unique, really. It is innovative in the sense that all four of those components are integrated together. Personal formation, enabling the leaders to become change agents in their institutions.
The uniqueness of this program is one that offers faith leaders a different perspective on how to deal with the whole issue of gender-based violence and how to make their churches safe spaces. And what we say is that if you want to go public with this, you have to go private first. You have to be a safe person, a safe faith leader. And so what the program does, it really deals a lot with their personal formation as a foundation, which means they really have to, in some ways, interrogate and question what are their beliefs, what are their values, what are their attitudes, and their behaviors.
I never believed that GBV can affect pastors. I never believed that GBV affects the people of God. I thought GBV, honestly, it's all about one hitting one, one abusing one. But I never associated that the church can experience that, and people who are leading or people who are preaching the word of God, people who are serving God can also experience that. But I did.
I'm from a very traditional patriarchal church society. I hear everybody has come up with things that have set up, and I'm very grateful for them. But for me, all I ask for is patience, because it starts with me. I am the product of where I come from. I still need to do the work within me before I can go into the outside world.
What is also unique about this program is it's very intentional in making sure that people feel that they have a safe and courageous space for growth, for unlearning and relearning. And it's really about that as well, about unlearning some of these unhealthy attitudes and beliefs and behaviors or values that we've been sometimes indoctrinated with, which have directly led to the issues of gender-based violence within the church and outside of the church as well.
When I went in this program, I went in with an open mind, because I said, I do this work every day, even in my sleep. But I came in with an open mind. But it did flip me upside down. And when we're talking about GBV, the things which I passed through for 20 years, it just broke me. It just broke me to say, I really need to do this work. And when I do this work, I'm not doing it just for me, I'm doing it for the other.
Yes, I've made my mistakes, but listen and understand. My mistakes are not worse than yours, just because I'm a woman. Now a man will take a good girl and ruin her reputation, but when he wants to marry, well, that's a different situation. He'll just walk out and leave her. wear his wedding band.
I stayed because my mind was transformed. I was rediscovered before I had to help someone else.
When you deal with gender-based violence, and you look at all the cycles that you have done, look at all the verses that you have read, they start by healing you. Before you can even talk to the perpetrator or the abused, you are already healed. And when you talk to the person, you talk from a better position.
What makes our mentorship program unique. You have a group of maybe 25 to 30 people and doing your elective session, but we have a smaller group of 4 to 5 people on the program that really become, if I can call it, a community of practice, a community of learning, a community that holds one another's hands as learning partners through the year.
For the first time of 40 years of my life, I cried in front of people. I never done that. Malcolm was asking why you don't cry, because I was taught not to cry. I didn't know what is it, but I'm a pastor. I thought it's something that people need attention to, but I need to listen to them until I went through it.
The fact that we are here doesn't necessarily mean we are healed, because we might still be on the journey of achieving healing. But the fact that there's hope, and the fact that we know the sun will come out tomorrow. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow is only a day away.
Influenced and supported by FLGT program, as of October 2023, we have formed the Parish Gender Team. The creation of the committee was indeed one of my highlights. What does the FLGTP journey mean to me? It means putting learning into action to apply the theory, the theology, and the biblical. And some of the activities that were held, which were also contributed to the highlights, was the 16 days of activism, a biblical perspective to the 21st century in the 21st century world, outreach at Car House, Car Safe House, Child Protection Week.
It has afforded me the opportunity to be more expressive, to be able to actually stand up and be more vocal and have uncomfortable conversations and be able to equip other people.
Which really got to helping me unpack, power dynamics in the spaces that we're in, the words that we use, scripture that's been used in a derogatory way to sort of diminish women's spaces, and unpacking that and voicing that out, and being able to teach. But it's really beautiful to see our traditional Anglican space transforming over time.
Because of my participation in this program, our General Secretary at head office, Mr. Ashmere, has also appointed me to be part of the committee that is going to be writing the gender policy for implementation for the church.
The most important thing that had an impact during this program was the issue of toxic masculinity. This has affected me as I had watched this going on in the church and in my family and in the community. It was clear to me that if you have no power, your choices are limited. It made me feel that my training as a doctor needed to empower us and other healthcare workers on how to identify women, especially who present with other conditions, yet the underlying program is intimate partner violence.
I am an apple of God's eye. I am a daughter of the Most High, and I'm an African princess that does things in a different way, who thinks differently, and who does things differently. I am an African princess who care about her people, and I'm the change agent in the faith community. I am an apple of God's eye.
After being part of the FLGTP,
the pilot, it really enhanced and built up on what I already, knew, in terms of also what I like very much, the Bible studies, the scriptures, they help you put, things into context and actually have that, to say, but how does it align in terms of, the GBV, sketch, and also addressing the gender stereotypes.
The issue of stigma has been glaring during this program, and I believe I also overlooked it. I have learned firstly that power relations and culture play a very important role, especially myself as a Black African woman in the Black African communities, because women there have got no power. And if you have got no power, then you have got limited choices.
We are able to come into faith spaces and say, I'm a Black lesbian from the township, and I believe in God. The companions that we need today are people that are going to speak for me and on my behalf without me being present. I do not need to be there to know that you are my ally, but I need you to be creating that space for me to be an ally with you, and know that when I come in and walk in my wholeness and in my fullness, I will not be cast aside for being who I am.
But I will continue to gain knowledge and insight about you, because I understand that as a human being, I can make a difference in my society.
You can be given something as a gift, but you need to have a way of packaging it so that when you let it out into the world, you don't hurt others, but you empower others.
It's been really great being part of one of the groups, the Agape Warriors, and seeing the transformation. But the transformation that I have seen today and this weekend, just being part of the graduation, has shown me that all groups have actually grown. So what a privilege it is for all of us to work together with God in transforming lives, but not only the lives of the participants, the lives of their churches, their families, as well as the communities that they are a part of. This is one program that you can really see makes a difference. And I love how everybody acknowledged that this is just the start of their journey. They still have a long way to go.
I'm grateful to God for giving me the opportunity to just come and be part of trying to understand what are the root causes and what can the solutions be. And it's a journey. I'm still journeying.
So this course taught me to take faith in Jesus out of the church to the township where I am working.
When the participants graduate, we don't just leave them. They become integral members of an ever-growing community of praxis, which is part of our process of building a movement of faith leaders who are actually able to, little by little, be transforming their institutions and the faith sector as a whole so that they can become credible and effective stakeholders and participants in the broader national strategic planning process.
Making sure that faith has a centered focus on gender justice.
This has been an opportunity of a lifetime that I hope moving forward will change lives and save lives.
When I first started this program, I was so confused. I was so shy. I did not even want to engage with anyone. But throughout this program, as we got into many tasks and many meetings, that's when I started to see the light. This is a journey that starts now, and it will continue till the day I die.
Because there are victims and survivors waiting for people like us.
Please remember that just around the corner, we will see change.
Give See